That's probably one of the most helpful responses I've ever gotten from her, and it wasn't a direct answer.
I know, and it also makes you realize that if there isn't other life, that's shocking. 30 billion planets per galaxy and 100 billion galaxies, and we happen to be the only planet with life anywhere? Like, could it not be that we just get to a further end of the galaxy and find that no one from that galaxy had the resources to wager further?
If that happened, I would be hard put to give any sort of reason why humans aren't special. Like everyone says it. It's mathematically implausible, not impossible, implausible. The odds, what you just said, that quintillion times 10. The chances that we find another planet, it makes sense that there's got to be someone out there, whether or not they're more advanced or less advanced or more diverse or less diverse in their life. It's got to exist somewhere. There has to be some sort of organic life elsewhere, or else the question becomes, why are we special?
And how do we spread it to every planet?
Yeah, if nobody's done it, the opportunity's there.
Yeah, bringing life to every planet.
Wow, that's a weird kind of opportunity. Like, we think of a lot of opportunity from state to state, business to business, industry to industry. But in a universal sense, there's tons of opportunity, infinite amounts of opportunity that has yet to be mined, extracted, solar panelized, connected in a global and interplanetary sense. One human gets off this planet, he has now created his own microcosm of everything, any business opportunity. And then if he forms a connection to Earth, now he's got his own connection system, which he can go and monetize on. Everyone keeps thinking that we're about to reach the peak and there's not going to be any sort of opportunities for humans. There are always more opportunities for humans. Your mind just can't wrap itself around the opportunities because you've worn these pair of glasses that tells you the number of opportunities there are. So you limit yourself from seeing how many business opportunities are there once we leave this planet. I have no idea. Once we leave this planet, those opportunities will become available, but until then, it's all speculation. We have no idea what living off this planet looks like. When we first started talking about planets, my mind immediately went to this book I read called What's the Future and Why It's Up to Us. Mm-hmm. It's by Tim O'Reilly, who owns a massive book company, and it was written either in 2018 or 2017. In it, he has a person on who talks, gravity is a challenge that it's very difficult to overcome. In trying to get to space, most of our fuel is spent just trying to leave the pull of gravity and to get out there.
Then so once we get out there, speed consistently, right?
Once you're out there, it takes very little energy to actually move yourself around the universe. Why are we so set on wanting to find another planet and on getting back into the gravitational pull of gravity? Why not just, once we leave gravity, stay away from it? What's the benefit that we get from going to another planet rather than just leaving gravity and then staying in space?
On Venus, a day is longer than a year. And so think of the implications for biological diversity if we can set up life on 30 quintillion planets. How much more protection against other things we would have, or how a mass species would develop and kill us. But nonetheless, opportunity for more life in a way that would be impossible on Earth. There are things that could form on other planets that we don't know because of the environment of those other planets.
Why not just set a satellite in motion that would recreate that day equals 1 year time frame and then have life grow inside of that combined satellite? Mm-hmm. Rather than trying to create an Earth-like environment on Venus and trying to create the conditions for life to exist on Venus, why not just have a satellite replicate all of those features? I feel like it would be easier. Then we're not fighting gravity. If you want to send something to go and dock on that, when it leaves and wants to come back to Earth, it doesn't have to fight Earth's gravity or Venus's gravity. It just undocks from the satellite and goes back home.
Here's what I think about, and it's easy to forget about this, honestly, but once you leave Earth, yes, you've left Earth, but the sun is 1,000,000 times the size of Earth. You can fit 1,000,000 Earths inside of the sun. So imagine how hard it's going to be for us to hop back and forth between the sun as the main source of gravity pulling us back. Compared to you saying, it's hard to leave Earth. Imagine if there's something 1,000,000 times bigger pulling us.
Do you think that the force from that is big? Like,
I mean, it's the sun. Like
it is, but we also have like satellite. Everything that we do, all of our space travel is already fighting against that. When we went to the moon, I know you still questionable on that, but when we went to the moon, we had to fight the sun's gravity. It was really hard to leave the Earth's gravity because it's so close to us. But hey Alexa, how far away is the sun?
The sun's distance is 93 million miles, 150 million kilometers.
90 million miles. Alexa, how strong is the sun's gravity?
The sun's surface gravity is 274 meters per second squared, 28 times stronger than gravity on Earth.
28 times stronger than gravity on Earth. But the distance is 90 million miles away. So it's 28 times stronger. The gravitational force is 28 times stronger. But the distance that it is from us is 90 million miles away. So those gravitational effects are felt much weaker on us than if we were even if we were just on a closer planet like Mercury. I'm sure the effects of the sun's gravity would feel significantly stronger if we were closer like on Mercury than here on Earth. I don't think where we're at or where we're going to be with Venus, I don't know if those gravitational effects are going to be...
I'm just sad because I know that there is a chance that 500 years from now, someone has the chance to watch this video and say, wow, it's crazy that Earth was the only planet we were on at that point. But that won't happen unless we completely change the way that we think about the world, because right now we're sort of focusing on a this planet-centric lifestyle, when in reality we should think, at least to some extent, how do we keep humanity alive if something happens on Earth?